Hey everyone! In today's video, we are going to share a tour with you of Universal Orlando's Endless Summer Resort at Dockside Inn and Suites. We'll discuss the pros and cons of this more budget-friendly resort at Universal and help you decide if this resort is worth it or not during your next Universal vacation. We'll start by giving you a full tour of the Dockside Resort, as well as a room tour, a tour of the pool area, and then we'll get into our pros and cons of staying here and discuss all the main highlights as well, such as the food and transportation options here. So let's get into it. Some information about the resort is that Endless Summer Dockside Resort is a value hotel at Universal Orlando located at 7125 Universal Boulevard in Orlando, and it's a more budget-friendly resort option at the parks. They're famous for their 2-bedroom family suites that have a great price point, sleeping 6 people for typical nightly rates between $100 and $300 depending on the time of the year. This resort is fairly new as it only opened in 2020, and its sister resort Surfside Inn and Suites, which is also a value hotel, opened in 2019. At first glance, you'll notice this resort has a huge lobby that's very busy. Due to its advantageous price point, you'll see this resort is pretty much busy all day, every day. The themes of this resort are definitely more of a beach and coastal theme, and you'll notice that'll continue on in the rooms. This resort is massive with different buildings to accommodate high volumes of people and has 2,050 rooms. In the main area of the resort, you'll find tall ceilings with a large seating area in front of the check-in desk. There's also a Starbucks available right here in the resort, which is a nice touch, and we're going to talk about that more later in the video. This resort also has a Universal store available right here in the main section if you forgot a souvenir in the parks that you had wanted. They've got lots of Wizarding World of Harry Potter merchandise, or maybe you're like Greg and you needed to pick up a last-minute essential that you forgot, like allergy medicine. Just be warned, your everyday essentials will be more expensive here than at a local Walmart or pharmacy. They also have the Sunset Lounge right next to the lobby that is open daily and serves your limited beer, wine, and cocktails. There's also lots of casual seating right in front that can be used by anyone. Next up on our quick tour before we dive in further is the Pier 8 Market, which is their large food court area at this resort. There's a ton of seating in this area to sit and enjoy your meal, but it can get very busy during peak times. Pier 8 Market will offer food items for breakfast, lunch, and for supper. It's like most theme park quick service resort locations in Orlando where you grab a tray with what you want and you pay as you exit the market. The market has different kiosks that all offer different menu items, so take time to check out what you may like first. They have prepared sandwiches, hot items like pizzas or flatbreads, simple things like baked goods or fruit. They have many options that you can either grab on the go or sit down and enjoy. You can also purchase things here that you may want for your room. They have snacks and chips, including a gluten-free section, as well as bottled drinks, cartons of milk, and a variety of alcoholic drink options you can purchase too. You can also purchase refillable resort mugs for your stay at Dockside that you can use throughout your stay at their Coke Freestyle machines. They also offer hot beverage items like coffee and tea here. Toasters and microwaves are available to use here as well. As we mentioned, there's lots of seating here in the market, but it can get busy. Even during peak times though, we were able to find a seat to enjoy our meal. So let's get into the rooms. We were in the connecting building to the lobby, so just a short 3-minute walk to the elevators to get to our floor. We had the 2-bedroom suite which sleeps 6 people and is one of the main draws to staying at this resort. When you enter the room, you'll see 2 beds right off the bat in the main part of the suite. This would be similar to what a standard room may look like too at this resort. But there's also a separate room with another bed that's fully private, which we'll show you in a moment, and it's great for families that want that extra space and a bit of privacy. The room comes with a picnic table and a kitchenette area with a coffee maker, a sink. It also comes with a microwave right in the room. Disposable dishes are available, and of course it comes with a mini fridge. There's also shelving available under the sink, and there's drawers for some extra storage. The bathroom is just basic with your shower and toilet in one room, but they also provide toiletries for you, and a sink area that's separate with mirrors so you can get ready easily in the mornings for your park day. The separate bedroom has another bed in it, which is in a fully enclosed room with very tall ceilings. It has its own television, there's hooks available for storage, as well as a closet space but with a curtain. The rooms keep up with that beachy theme that the rest of the resort has. The room is large and spacious, but overall very simple and nothing fancy, as this is a value resort. resort. We'll talk more about what we loved about this room as well as some of the cons of this room later in the video. Let's take a quick look at the pool area. Dockside has a really great pool area, and if you're looking to take advantage of that beachy theme, well, you're in luck because they even have sand here to make it feel as though you're soaking up some sunshine rays on the beach. There are lots of places to sit and relax here, and it's a good sized pool. There's a second pool area on the other side of the resort since it's so big. Unlike other Universal Orlando resorts, this one doesn't offer water slides or cabanas, but it does have the beach bar where you can pull up a chair and try a cocktail or two. They offer lots of daiquiris and margaritas and other fun drinks to try. However, they don't offer food here. Other amenities that this resort has to offer are the arcade game room, which is open daily from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. There's also a car rental desk here if you're looking to rent a car during your Orlando vacation. Let's quickly touch on transportation. This resort offers bus transportation to and from the Universal Parks in Volcano Bay every 15 minutes. The bus will take you a short drive over to City Walk, where you can go through security and either enjoy some time in City Walk itself shopping or checking out some of their dining locations. Or you can get to Universal Orlando theme park for a day of fun or go to Islands of Adventure theme park. But Universal definitely has a great system to get you to and from your resort in the theme parks. The only difference at this resort is that it only offers bus transportation, where some of the other Universal higher tier resorts you can either walk to the parks or hop on a boat to the parks. This resort is not within walking distance. So now we've shown you a tour of the resort and what it has to offer. Let's discuss the pros and cons of staying at Dockside Inn and Suites. We'll start with the cons. The first con we have to talk about is the check-in process. For some reason, they didn't offer check-in on your phone where you can go right up to your room and you had to wait at the front desk. This bleeds into our second con on our list, which is how insanely busy this resort is. There are people everywhere and you can't blame them. It's a value resort, so the price is right, and that means this resort is bustling. So much so that we arrived at the resort at 11:30 p.m. and had almost an hour wait in a line just to check in after a full day of traveling. And no matter what time of day it was, check-in seemed to be lined right up, morning, afternoon, and evening. The next one is both a pro and a con. I know it's confusing. I was so excited that there was a Starbucks right here in the resort. How convenient is that? The only con is again how busy this place is, so it took forever to get your coffee. I know Starbucks always takes longer since it's your specialty coffee, but this would be lined up like crazy as well. So just make sure to plan your morning accordingly if you were planning to hit up the parks early. If you want regular, non-fancy coffee, we would suggest hitting up the Pier 8 market next door, as it'll be a lot quicker. Now let's dive into our pro list. Our first pro is obviously the cost. You are getting full family suites here that are nice and spacious for a great price. The price itself is what really makes this resort a big draw. It's hard to find spacious rooms that have privacy for families at a good price range if you want to stay on site at either Universal or Walt Disney World, but you really can't beat the price for the room type that you get. Although remember, they are called suites, but they are just your basic rooms and nothing fancy. They just have lots of space. The next pro is transportation. For some people, bus-only transportation could potentially be a con, but these buses were really efficient. Even more efficient than some of the Disney resorts we've stayed at, and we are far more frequent Disney travelers than Universal. Next would be the quick service area. Despite the chaos and how busy this resort is, they seem to have an efficient system working where people were constantly flowing, and plenty of seating was available. As I mentioned earlier in the video, we never had any issues finding a table. Overall, we definitely didn't have a bad stay here at Dockside. The price was certainly right and the type of room fit with what we needed. It definitely feels like a value resort though, so it's nothing fancy, and just remember, it is very, very busy. I can't emphasize that enough. This resort isn't for someone who's looking for a relaxing vacation. This resort is best suited for families or traveling parties who are looking for larger rooms. If you enjoyed this video, we would greatly appreciate if you would hit the like button and subscribe to follow along on our next adventure. If you like Disney, Universal, theme parks, food, and travel, check out our channel. Thanks for watching.